back to my YouTube channel. We're gonna start a weekly wall bowl Wednesday, so we can show you guys some progressions of how to do some wall bowl routines at home by yourself, different things. This week we're gonna start out with how to do a behind the back and a little surprise at the end. A lot of you guys asked the question, how to do a behind the back accurately and powerfully, so we're gonna go through each step by step of how to do a behind the back against the wall. Okay, so when we first start out with the behind the back, you wanna make sure that you're standing sideways, kind of like facing with your feet facing the sideline, not square to the wall, because that way we can't really twist around. We really want to get that sideways, nice athletic stance, okay? And my shoulders should be square to the wall when I start out. So if I throw the ball and I catch it, I should be square. That's how I want to start. When I go into the shot, I'm a lefty, so when I reach back, biggest thing about a behind the back, you want to keep your eyes on the wall. Okay, so when I reach back for my behind the back, I never want to watch myself come back this way, because then my shoulders are away from where I want the ball to go. Okay, and I'm able to twist all the way this way. If I were to let this ball go, it would go completely over there, not to my target. Okay, so I want to make sure that when I reach back, my eyes stay here. That way my shoulders can't go any farther than here, and I can snap off my shoulder. Notice how when I'm snapping, my arm doesn't go over my head or over my neck. I'm not trying to choke myself. I want to make sure that my top arm snaps off my back shoulder. So when I snap, it doesn't go over my head. I'm not trying to pull with all my shoulders. It's a lot of wrist motion. I want to reach my arms back so that they're almost straight out, both of them. My stick is kind of parallel to the floor. Reach straight out, eyes up on the wall, push pull. Next important thing, on the wall especially. So if I'm passing with a partner, I want to make sure that I snap towards their stick. On the wall, we want to make sure that we get it back across to our strong side hand. So we're kind of throwing it on a diagonal. So for my righties out there, it's the same thing. We're going to flip our hips the other way. We're going to reach back, both arms back, eyes up on the wall, and we're going to snap so that it comes back to our right hand. Get comfortable doing the behind the back pass, try to challenge yourself and do a behind the back fake. So when we do our behind the back fake, there's two different ways you can do it. You could throw one of these, make sure it's the same motion that you're gonna do the behind the back pass with, you're gonna do the behind the back fake. So when I reach back, I'm just gonna flip my bottom hand and I'll fake like that. I'll add a little head fake, try to get that defender or that goalie going, whatever it is. All your motion is gonna be with this bottom hand here. When I reach back, this bottom hand twists and it punches out, kind of like revving a motorcycle, which I've never done. But you want to reach back and you're going to punch back. It has nothing really to do with this top hand. And that head fake, through. Keep those eyes up on the goal or the wall, whatever it is. When you're doing this on the wall, you want to try 50 with your strong hand, 75 with your weak hand, and then I want you to go from the wall to try it with a partner because it gets a little bit different. Remember, we talked about a little bit of the follow through. So when I go on the wall, I have to make sure I follow through kind of on a diagonal so that it comes back to my strong hand. When I'm doing it with a partner pass, you have to kind of watch the partner's target, watch her stick, whether she's a lefty or a righty, we have to snap towards that target. So practice a little bit of on the wall and with friends. More questions with Kylie. All right, at Sam Russo, what school did you go to in middle school? That would be Islip Middle School. I also went to Islip High School, but if you're wondering about my elementary school, that would be Sherwood. At Dominic Claudio, my trusty, wonderful neighbor, why did you pick number 17? I picked number 17 because my dad wore it when he played baseball and hockey growing up, and when he first told me when I was younger and I first started playing sports that he wore number 17, I was like, obviously I have to wear number 17 because my dad's the GOAT. So I picked 17 from day one and it's been my number ever since, and I really hope it's my number forever. We are here at Bango Bowls in Setauket, New York, about to try out our first acai bowl for Wall Bowl Wednesdays. Come on in. Bango Bowls, Pattaya bowl, 1 scoop. Everybody knows the rules. It's gotta be a solid 8 out of 10. Talking a little bit more about behind the backs and why we practice them. You want to make sure that you step outside your comfort zone. 1, do something that is challenging. A behind the back is challenging. It's hard to master, so make sure that you step outside your comfort zone and practice those. 2, a lot of people think that behind the backs, trick shots, things like that are showing off or unsportsmanlike. Not true. Very not true. There is a time and a place and an opportunity for every kind of shot: a regular shot, a twister shot, a Twizzler shot, a shovel shot, a behind the back shot. Like I said before, once you master those behind the back throws and shots, make sure you practice the fake, because once you get the first goal or the first pass around a defender down in a game or in practice, they're going to be looking for it next time, especially on a goalie. So make sure you know how to do that fake, so that once you score one coming around the crease, the next one you do, you fake her out and then you put it regular. When we're talking about behind the back passes, those are huge in the game too. A lot of behind the back assists come from when a defender's stick on stick with you, and there's no other way to kind of get around it. A lot of times we go fake high, maybe a sidearm pass, right? We'll talk a little bit about that too. But with the behind the back, sometimes your defender's stick and eyes are both completely on your fakes and on your stick, so you want to make sure that you're able to kind of throw it behind the back. There's a lot of awesome opportunities with behind the backs, trick shots, things like that. So make sure that you practice them when that opportunity comes around and you're able to kind of throw it right over your shoulder and then celly hard. See you guys next week. Thank you guys for tuning in to our first Wall Bowl Wednesday. I wanted to make sure I showed you guys the behind the back how-to, because so many of you had so many great questions about that. Next week, make sure you tune in. We're going to do a one-handed wall ball progression that you guys can try at home. From there, we're going to get a little bit more in-depth and a little bit more advanced as we go each week. So make sure you guys tune in every Wednesday for a little bit more acai bowl fun and some more wall ball tricks.